Hi, everybody. Tasha here from Pixie Mommies Reborns. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. Welcome back to everyone new. Hello and welcome. Right now, you're looking at Oscar. He's my full bodied silicone baby boy. He's doing number 2 by Claire Taylor. And I have some babies on the bed, some of my collection that I'm going to toggle kind of back and forth with as I chat. It's been a little bit because I like to put videos out, every day or every few days. But we were real busy getting ready for Easter and for Easter. And we had just a wonderful, wonderful Easter with family. It was just a perfect day. I was just so pleased. Everyone had a wonderful time, and I hope that you all had the same, whatever you did this weekend, Passover, Easter, or just had a nice spring weekend, whatever. Excuse me, whatever you celebrate. So, real quick, I'll run through the babies because those of you that have been with me, yes, AZ. This is Azariah, aka AZ, is out. I missed him so much. He was in the hope chest as I was getting babies ready to move downstairs. I just missed him, I'm sure you can all see why. He is the Azrael sculpt by Georgia Pagot. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And his artist is Kimberly's Cocoon. And then real quick, I'll just run through. That is Asir, that is Shay, that is Lennon, and that is Stellan. And back there, my little pixie girl, she's still bundled up for the winter. That is Marley. She's the Zodi sculpt by Marito Winters, and she's also another Kimberly's Cocoon baby. So, I've been watching your all videos. I am behind on commenting. I am so sorry about that. I've been kind of watching in between here and there, and just literally have not had the time to stop and comment too much. Anyway, so there's been a situation that kind of seemed to have brewed over, that is, it's really relevant to us all, and I'm going to explain why. And I just want to note that, I went through the kind of back and forth thing with another channel and stuff, and it's not from me. I discovered that, trial and error learning, and this was fairly recent. So this will not be an ongoing saga here on this channel anyway. However, as you all know that have been with me for some time, or even from the beginning, I am, certainly known to touch on those controversial topics, sensitive topics, community matters, things that maybe others are afraid to talk about, just that sort of thing has just been, my thing. I kind of speak my mind, and I'm going to do so here because all this has been rolling around for days and days now because I haven't made a video. So if you're not aware of which I'm sure there's lots of current drama and things in the reborn community, there always, is kind of stuff that comes up. This is rather serious because, someone's child's private and legal information was dragged into it, which is why I'm choosing to hop on and discuss this. So, I honestly, there has been some back and forth between channels, and I have not I had not been watching those videos and following, because it's something, again, that I kind of chose that it wasn't right for me on my channel, and it wasn't something that I wanted to spend time watching on others' channels. So when channels are going back and forth in disputes that, they don't like each other, they feel somebody wronged them, etc., etc., and they're going back and forth and speaking their word and things like that. It's not that I don't want to be supportive if one side is a friend. It's just I need to be in a happy place, and that's, the choice that I've made. Just as I know some of you all, choose to watch just the Dolly videos and the happy vibes and stuff, and you skip over like videos like this that I talk about, controversial things. That's why I hope that there's something for everyone. It's not always going to be a video you love, and that's the great thing about YouTube and being subscribed to someone's channel is you can say, I don't, that episode's not of interest to me, and you don't watch it, and that's simple. So I certainly encourage you all to do so if you don't want to kind of soak up if you just want to, if you don't want to know, it's skip. Certainly not, no hard feelings for me, that's for sure, because I do the same. So just know that when I do decide to bring up a topic and a subject, I'm picking and choosing, and it is something that is relevant to all of us here in the community, more so to channel creators, but not always, it affects everyone in the community. So it came to my attention that Sam, that her personal and private information, that someones had obtained that. The type of information that one would obtain from doing like an illegal background check. It's not just like, I dug up something from a video of theirs 2 years ago and look, they really did this or said that. This is way, 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 way beyond. I don't know necessarily all the extended parties involved, all the friends. I just, saw Sam's video, her concern for her child, and what Reborn Blogger put out there. And so to be fair, I watched the video in question, and, although it, of course, was not worded like, hello, I'm blackmailing you. If you don't remove a video that you made about me, this personal information is going to get out. It, of course, it was done, in a more subtle way. But, clearly what happened is, someone that had beef with her and has been going back and forth. These ladies have been going back and forth with videos, so I guess you could call it an enemy, certainly not a friend, someone that's in the middle of a dispute with you, comes on and says, I had this information anonymously sent to you, and you better be careful who you're friends with, or this information could get out, and then threw out a date as they're pointing in the camera and watch yourself, and the date pertained to Sam's little girl, her minor child, and personal legal information. I have no idea what. I just know that that is the basis of what is in that. And it, anybody that doesn't have rocks in their head can see that, well, you don't, if you really wanted to warn someone like, hey, somebody anonymously sent me this really personal information about you. I see that there's stuff about your child in here. It's very concerning that this information could be being passed around. You contact that person privately. You say, hey, take a time out. Find a way to, through a friend or directly, contact that person privately and say, look, I'm discarding of this information. I don't want it. I'm not that kind of person. I just want you to know that it was sent to me anonymously. You get up in a video where you're complaining about that person not wanting peace and not taking all the videos down that you wanted them to, and then throwing in there, you better watch yourself with the personal information, and throw out a date like that with that involves their child is, whoa. Any parent, any mother is gonna be horrified. You're causing great emotional stress on someone by doing things in a public manner like that. Why are people anonymously sending you that kind of information? Why would they even assume that you would want that? I would be embarrassed to publicly say that people were sending me that kind of information on other people. That speaks of who you are. It's not. Is that really where you want to be in this community, that it thought of that way, that people would want to send you this type of stuff? I would be embarrassed to even say that, but it was really blatantly clear what happened. And crossing over into someone's personal, private life, their legal matters, and their child is, do we have no boundaries here? No moral code? Nothing in this community? This is a doll collecting community. This isn't CNN or Crime Stoppers or whatever, truth seeker type thing. This is a doll collecting community of ladies. If you don't like someone and you don't like their content, you don't like what they're doing, you don't like their art, the way they run their business, the chats that they have, the content that they put out, you click off, you unsubscribe, you click off, you move on. So that's why, like I said, all the back and forth stuff wasn't for me anyway. I made that mistake myself. I understand you get to a point where you're frustrated, you want to defend yourself, you want to defend your friends, and that be it for both sides. But you cross a line, and that's a problem, and that gets people in the community upset to think that this could happen, that if you cross this person's path in the wrong way, that you're going to get called out in a video and be told, I was sent this anonymous information on you, and you better watch out of who you're friends with, because the people you're friends with are known to put that information out there. That's not being kind. That's not being nice. That's not being helpful to someone. And that's not putting you in a very good light to those in the community that pay attention and have half a brain in their head to see, to think about that. Like, hello, come on, and look, I don't know what all happened between y'all ladies in the first place. I don't want to know, really, if you can't, make peace, you move on. You can't control what others do. You can't expect that because you deleted videos that they're going to delete videos. Maybe they don't want to. That's part of their vlog. That's part of their journey. They want it up there. I can even say for myself, I know I've learned from mistakes that I've made, and I leave that up there so people can see the journey that I've been through in this community and the different stages and how it was handled, whether right or wrong or indifferent, that it is seen up there. It's everybody's choice. Also, it's everyone's choice to like, subscribe, and watch whatever channels they want to watch. I think that, yes, it's perfectly okay if, to speak the truth and say, look, this is what this channel, just like I spoke and said, this is what I saw on this channel, etc. And people can form their own opinions whether they do or don't want to support that channel. You don't want to make people feel like they're going to be shamed if they like a certain channel, watch a certain channel, because now that is infringing on other people's rights and well-being here. So on both sides, there's been some, but again, somebody's child, somebody's private personal life crosses that line where it's just across the board unacceptable. People can't just ignore it, click it off, and move on, because once you see that and know that and see that that's what happened, it is extremely concerning to any of us that have children, and everyone has a past. Everyone has and everyone has a right to their privacy and their family's privacy. It's, and to be called out, to even be told that someone has that information and you're calling them out in public, it is just, no one's going to take kindly to that. So, what's going on is terrible. Sam, my heart absolutely is breaking for you as a mother. When I saw your video, the tears were pouring. As a mother, I feel exactly where you are, how horrifying, how scared you must be. I mean, I can't even imagine, because yes, it is in a threatening, blackmailing way, the way that was presented, even though it wasn't worded that way. It was very clear and evident that the person, stating this was not a friend of yours saying, oh, I have no other way to reach you. I have to make a video and hope you see it to let you know. No. This was an enemy, someone but you've been in an active dispute back and forth with, to put that out there and then to throw the date out that they know your child is involved in is horrifying. I see why people are very upset. I see why your friends are coming to your defense. And my heart, I am praying for you, because it's an awful, that's the most, it's just where are the boundaries here, ladies? So comment below and let me know what you all think, what you all feel about it. If you do take the time to watch, to see, for yourself what you make of it, or if you, choose, again, not to, watch that kind of stuff. But again, it is concern, because, and I don't really know the other party involved. There are certainly, it appears to kind of be an MO that this person kind of gets involved and gets, down and dirty with people's personal, but I am just saying that is what it appears to me. I cannot, I'm not stating that as a fact. I'm stating that as an opinion, because just the mere fact that an anonymous stranger would be thinking to send. I mean, you just randomly are picking people to run background checks on and get personal information, and then you're randomly going through the community and pressing send to no. There's a specific reason why, someone would send that kind of information to someone in the first place, and again, I would be mortified to even tell people, if someone sent me stuff like that they would have thought of me in that way. That's, so just please, ladies, all I'm asking is for you all to think about, what you're doing here in the community, what you're putting out here, and what lines you're willing to cross or not cross, because that information is now out there. Even though information wasn't shared, a specific date is put out there, a notion is put out there that someone's child is involved on that specific date. It puts a bee in people's bonnets. So anyone that is, nasty or wants to be nasty or be that kind of person, it just shouldn't, the public should not know that anybody's information has been passed around like that. So it should be a public scare in this community at this point. Because, it makes you think hard about being on YouTube. And of course, we've all gotten to that point where we think to ourselves, it's not really worth it to talk much about our personal lives, because I've had it happen to myself. I've shared some of my past. People have taken it and twisted it into lies and then put it out there that if someone doesn't know me and hasn't been following my channel or listen and have only heard certain parts, that yes, I've admitted this or said that and talked about my past and things like that, then it's easy to believe the lies, because part of the truth isn't that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hurts someone when people do that. It deeply hurts someone. And forget it, when you cross onto somebody's kid, if you even put somebody's kid in the same lifetime as your YouTube enemy, that's a problem. That those things should not have been posed side by side in the same video. Just should never have been. So, I'd love to hear from everyone, from you ladies that have been here in this, as channel creators or in the community a long time. You've, I'm sure, seen and heard a lot. And where do you feel the lines are and, should and shouldn't be crossed when you're dealing with, to me, to run a background check on someone, you got to sign to have a background check run if you're going to rent an apartment or going for certain employment. This is not that. There is absolutely no reason for people to be doing that, and then there's no reason for people to be, that just shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't have happened. So, please let me know your thoughts on it. I'm curious here on my video and what I'm talking about, to hear everyone's thoughts on it. Are you afraid, if you are thinking about creating a channel or things, does it make you think? Now, I'm not saying that this happened just because channel creators, because this can happen to anybody that is, involved in the community, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram or just commenting here on YouTube, and it's a shame, if somebody decides they don't like you and they're not a nice person, and they're willing to make up lies about you or dive into your personal life and things like that, it can happen. And it is scary, and we all should think about that. And we all, of course, should think about who we support and what we're watching. I definitely don't feel it's fair to, just put it out there and start asking people not to watch a channel. I understand where it's coming from and why, but to be fair to all sides, sometimes there may be, God has a reason for everything, and God has a purpose for everyone, whether you believe they're rotten to the core or not. We are still all God's children, and some people do have mental disorders and things where, nope, they may not belong doing what they're doing, but they are. I'm not saying that's the case here. I am just giving one example of many, but that maybe someone that is trained in that area or that has the time and desire, could reach that person and help that person to guide them in a different direction, to not make the choices that they're making. You don't know. It's not fair. It's not fair to put that, on people. I have to say that. And, to be fair to everyone, but I more than understand, of course, it is just so disturbing that you're like in a frenzy of, please everyone, I get that. I understand how that happened. I really do. I just hope, ladies, on all ends, that this stops here. I hope to God that private personal information doesn't reach the light of day, because it doesn't belong here in this community on YouTube or anywhere else. It's none of our business. Everybody has a past, okay? And everybody's children has a right to privacy, and, people's emotional well-being should not be harmed in such a detrimental, devastating way that you're here in a doll collecting hobby and have to be so distraught. It's crossing a line. It's not just like, oh, you frustrated me, you pissed me off, or you made me cry once, or this, that, or the other thing, or sticks and stones will break my bones, da, 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 da. This is serious as it gets when you go after somebody's baby, their child. It just doesn't belong on the same planet as, someone that you're having a dispute with. It just, that's the way that I see it. So there's no way of talking around that to make it anything different. And, I think that most people can see that. But that is my opinion, of course, as I always share it. And I am truly praying. I mean, we have all prayed for each other here for many, many different reasons. I told you all when I went in for the spine surgery, like, I felt you all praying for me. All you ladies here that were so caring, that left, all the comments for me and the encouragement, and told me that you were praying for me. And, I went in knowing that I had some prayer warriors out there and some ladies really pulling for me and really praying to God that I was going to be okay. And it got hairy when they had to open me back up the next day. And I was so scared. And it brought me like a little bit of peace and made me less scared to know all you ladies were out here praying for me. And sometimes we can get lost in the back and forth and who we're angry at. And not everyone is rotten to the core. And some people just, perhaps they have issues where they just are repetitive. They can't let something go. So they got to go into, and that's, you don't know why. And, it doesn't, everybody has a right to exist. I talked about staying in your own lanes. Well, this is certainly, stay in your own lane. But, this is past like gossip, drama, back and forth. This is very serious. It's very serious. And it's murky waters when you try to legally handle it. To, again, especially people can word things in a certain way where, nope, you're not going to get flagged by YouTube. And you didn't blatantly come out and say something, but everybody got the message of what you were talking about, and again, the mirror, it just, anyway, I don't want to repeat myself over and over, so I'm going to let you all ladies go. I just want to say that I'm praying for all of you. I, of course, can't keep going back and forth, so, whatever happens next, I hope is nothing. I hope that y'all ladies walk away, no matter what videos are still up or what posts are still, whatever, just walk away, and that's it. It went too far. Everyone was hurt. Now someone is in fear for their child. It's time to back off and go in a different direction. We all make mistakes. None of us here are perfect. All right, ladies. So just food for thought, and my prayers are with you all, because again, it is a serious situation. And again, don't forget to comment below and let me know your thoughts. All right, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and that you get invites to my lives. Oscar, oh, he's so cute, blows everybody kisses. Until next time, God bless.